Hare Krishna. Reading from the book Namamrta, the Nectar of the Holy Name. Continuing chapter 6. Chanting the holy name is more suitable for spiritual realization in this age than yoga or meditation. In India, the yogis, the transcendentalist, or the devotees all leave home and reside in sacred places such as Prayaga, Mathura, Vrindavan, Rishikesh, and Hardwar, and in solitude practices yoga, where the sacred rivers like Yamuna and the Ganges flow. But often this is not possible, especially for Westerners. The so called yoga society in big cities may be successful in earning material benefit, but they are not at all suitable for actual practice of yoga. One who is not self controlled and whose mind is not undisturbed cannot practice meditation. Therefore, in the Brihad Naradiya Purana, it is said that in the Kali Yuga, the present Yuga or age, when people in general are short lived, slow in spiritual realization, and always disturbed by various anxieties, the best means of spiritual realization is chanting the holy name of the Lord. Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Eva Kevalam, Kalau Nasteva, 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 Gatir Anyatha. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adilila, chapter 17, text 21. In this age of quarrel and hypocrisy, the only means of deliverance is chanting the holy name of the Lord. There is no other way. There is no other way. There is no other way. Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 6, text 11 and 12. Chanting the holy name is more important than mechanical meditational yoga in this age. Maitreya to Vidura. By thus practicing severe austerities, Maharaj Prutu gradually becomes steadfast in spiritual life and completely free of all desires of fruitive activities. He also practiced breathing exercises to control his mind and senses, and by such control he became completely free from all desires for fruitive activities. The word pranayama is very important in this verse because the hatha yogis and ashtanga yogis practice pranayama, but generally they do not know the purpose behind it. The purpose of pranayama or mystic yoga is to stop the mind and senses from engaging in fruitive activities. The so-called yogis who practice in Western countries have no idea of this. The aim of pranayama is not to make the body strong and fit for working hard. The aim is to worship of Krishna. In the previous verse, it was specially mentioned that whatever austerity, pranayama, or mystic yoga practices Pruthvi Maharaj performed were performed for the sake of worshipping Krishna. Thus, Pruthvi Maharaj serves as a perfect example for yogis also. Whatever he did to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna. The minds of those who are addicted to fruitive activities are always filled with unclean desires. Fruitive activities are symptomatic of our polluted desire to dominate material nature. As long as one continues to be subject to polluted desires, he has to accept one material body after another. So-called yogis, without knowledge of the real purpose of yoga, practice it in order to keep the body fit. Thus, they engage themselves in fruitive activities, and thus they are bound by desire to accept another body. They are not aware that the ultimate goal of life is to approach Krishna. In order to save such yogis from wandering throughout the different spaces of life, the Shastras warn that in this age such yogic practice is simply a waste of time. The only means of elevation is the chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. King Prithu's activities took place in Satya Yoga, and in this age the practice of yoga is misunderstood by fallen souls who are not capable of practicing anything. Consequently, the Shastras enjoins Kalau Nasteva, 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 Gatir Anyatha. The conclusion is that unless the karmis, jnanis, and yogis come to the point of devotional service to Lord Krishna, their so-called austerities and yoga have no value. Naradhitaha. If Hari, the personality of Godhead, is not worshipped, there is no point in practicing meditational yoga, performing karma yoga, or culturing empiric knowledge. As far as pranayama is concerned, Chanting of the holy name of the Lord and dancing in ecstasy are also considered pranayama. Here, the word pranayama does not refer to any ulterior motive. The actual aim is to strengthen the mind and senses in order to engage them in devotional service. In the present age, this determination can be very easily acquired simply by chanting the holy name Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 23, Text 8. हरे कृष्णा श्री नाम प्रभु की जय।